Hello, this is David D. Hillstrom. I'm going to show you how to use the ShareLatex for your um, abstract or paper for our proceedings. So you go to ShareLatex.com and you click on Login and you put in your name. I'll put in mine. This is just a demo account for me. I'll put in my password. And at that time, you're going to get this coming up. Save password, that's not part of it. It's going to say, it's going to send you an email here, which says welcome to, tells you all about it. And you can go back and you should see, if you have been in contact with me, you should see a folder with your name. If you have, that's actually a folder on our website, on our service for the CNPS. And I have made that for you already. So if you click on that, you come in here, you're going to see some windows here. And you're going to see three windows. The first window are the files themselves. And the first thing you're going to see is paper one. It's a folder, so you want to click on that and open that. And click on, I put AAA-paper so that alphabetically, which they are listed alphabetically, so that would come at the top. So I click on that, and then here is the actual file that you can edit. It's mostly text, well, it's all text, and it's pretty much done by analogy. That is, you look at what's here in the paper, and on the third window, you have the PDF or the final version of this. So you go in, you open up paper one, click on AAA-paper, and then you hit compile. And what you should see is a paper by Raymond Gallucci. This is his paper that he's going to be publishing in our upcoming abstract proceedings. And so you can see that. Now, if you don't want to see that, you can see all the information. You can see it's already formatted. Obviously, this doesn't look like this. But what's great about this is the text that you edit. You can close this down by a little arrow there. You can bring it back up like that. That just gives you more room for this. But that's not going to be real necessary. And for this, what you need to know is the following. There are a couple of files that you're going to want to uh, understand and look at. The first one is the paper, which is the main paper. You can see here that it has my title. And if I change this, of course, that will change the title. The good thing is you don't have to change all these things. You don't have to do footnote numbers. You don't have to do any of that. That's pretty much straightforward. So if you come in here and you want to change your title, you put it there. You put the author here. Then you put the fancy heading. That is, this is what's going to be on the heading on the every other page. Again, don't do anything except in between those curly brackets. Don't change any of this other stuff you see in blue. Once you get to begin document, you're going to see more area here, and that is you're going to see indexed Gallucci, Ray. This is just a way for this to become into the, so if this was me, I'd put in the Hilster and David. Up here I would I would say David Scott D. Hilster. I would put David D. Hilster here, and my title, David D. Hilster, and we're just going to leave that there, the title, that's fine. I can put keywords in here if I want, all separated by commas. And then the author's name. Now this is what comes underneath. If you look over here on the top, I'll enlarge that. You can see this is how it all turns out, and this is my name, address, all that kind of stuff, it's there. If you have multiple authors, you can put in multiple names, another name here. You can put another author name. So you would just copy this and put in here, let me do that and just show you. I'll put in here, let's see, David D. Hilster. I'm not a PhD or anything like that, so I'll just leave it at that. I'll put in my address here. Put in my email. And a website you can put there, which, oh no, it's not it's another email. I don't have two emails, so I'm just going to put the one. So let's recompile and see if that works. You can also make this bigger by just dragging this over. See if this happens. So let's say you have a paper with 2 people on it, and let's see if what happens. This is what's so really wonderful about it. I didn't have to do anything here, but as you can see, it's put his name and my name, even puts an and. If there was 3 of us, it'd be commas. It then puts these little um, notes there, asterisk and a little dagger, and then it puts my information for each. All of this is automatically done. This is the joy of the system. You don't have to format anything. You just put the information, and I put in my abstract. I just put it in here. Don't change the word abstract. Don't change that. You again use your common sense. Make title. You don't want to change that. Now we get into sections and subsections. And the way you do that is I have a special CNPS heading section and a CNPS heading section here. So you can put section introduction. I have he has 2 camps there, etc. There is a subsection. So that gets even smaller. That gets into, in this case, 3.1. So you can see that again, using analogy is what you want to do. Just use what's there, understand, use your logic to figure out. Now there's a couple other things that we want to talk to you about, and that is um, uh, references at the bottom of the page. If you look at the bottom at the end of the paper, I've already made all this stuff to make it fit with LaTeX. I wrote a lot of computer code, but you can see all the references are all at the end already. And how you don't have to number them. All you have to do is put them in your bibliography. So let me see where that is. Here it is, all bibliography. So if he has something here, Ray Calkins. So this is the bibliography, so I call it all bib. And in here you can put your bibliography information. Again, just follow the example. You can also get help at any time by going to the ShareLatex help. The way you do that is you can go back to projects, and here's the help. And you can get the documentation. It's very, very ample. I'll click back on DeHilster again here and get back into here. It will remember where you are. So if you're on any computer anywhere in the world, you can change countries, computers, everything. It's going to remember where you are and what you were doing. So I go back here and I have to click on underneath in my paper and I'm back again. You notice I say cite, it says right here. It says Justin Jacobs, Scar, blah, blah, blah. And then you do this cite and then with curly brackets and this name. Now if I take this name, I can go and search for that in my all bib here and see if I find it. In fact, you can do a Control F for find, do this, and that brings up this nice little window. And sure enough, that's the first one. You can have lots of stuff in here that just simply don't matter. You don't need to use them. They're there if you need them, and you refer to them by this name. This is the special name. All the rest of the information, you follow the examples. Just follow logic. Use those. Now there's a couple other things, and that is figures. Here's a figure, begin figure, end figure. There's a label for that figure. We usually put fig, colon, in the name. We call this 1, in fact. And then in here you can say figures, and then you put \ref, and that fig 1 is the same as this fig 1. So when you go and you look in the paper, you're going to see that, in fact, it's compiling again because I've clicked on this. Just hold on. And what will happen is you're going to see that it's going to put little numbers for figures and all those kinds of things right in the text. So you don't have to number them. If you change the position or anything, everything's okay. So you don't want to worry about that. It's all automatic. Well, while that's compiling, I'm going to recompile just in case. Sometimes it'll get stuck a little bit. I'll just move that over because I can make it smaller. So you can see that that's going on. Now the other thing you want to know is for mathematical functions, and the way you can do mathematical functions is to put them in equations, and you can see that in the help. I'm going to go to the help. In this case we have the figures. You can see these figures, and now it's compiling. So if you come in here, you can see that in fact when they say figure 2 here, that's actually a site. You put in that reference for the figure and that goes, then you don't have to keep track of that. It's all done automatically. Now a couple other things is that when you do a figure, you can include a graphic. Just copy one that has the graphic in it. Here you see it goes under paper, that is, this is under the folder paper, and it's a PNG, it's a file, and it's Fig 10. If I come over here and click on that, there it is. That's what it looks like. I click back on the paper, and there. So you'll see in the first figure, you're going to see that going on. Well, actually at the end. Other ones, you can actually do drawing, and we've done those as well. But in this case, we put in the figures. He's got all pictures there. That's what most of you will probably do. But you can actually draw things. Here is an example of a picture where you're drawing, filling in nodes, rectangles, that kind of stuff. All this stuff can be found in the help. The help is just absolutely great online. So let's say you want to do mathematical expressions. You can come in here and figure out, you can do it. It's using the very famous latex. So latex, you can make very, very beautiful, beautiful equations. And again, you can get all the help you need by looking here, fractions and binomials. Again, you can see how that's done. There's many ways to do this. You can do it in line, meaning in the text, or you can make an equation. But again, the help, use it. It's very obviously helpful. I can go back to my projects here, and David, it's loading up, etc. So you can, again, that's how you do it. Now, if you need another paper, all you do is you come here, you make a new folder. Let's call it paper 2. All right. And, oops, did I put it in the wrong place? I did. So I'm going to just bring it up here. Let me get rid of it. Delete this. Sorry. So I get in here, I click somewhere in here, and I said I'm going to get a new folder, paper 2, and then you see it at the top. There's nothing underneath it, and then what you do is you can copy all this stuff, and the way you do that is you can come over here and copy the whole project. Whoops. No, I don't want to copy the project. That's not right. Anyways, how do I get out of here? Okay, I just click on it. So you can download all this. So yeah, you can just click on this and it'll actually bring it down. You'll see down here, it'll bring it as a zip file, and that will actually open up on my computer. And here's all the papers. So then you would just copy this to, copy this to your hard drive, and then under here you have all these papers, and then you can copy those all in there. I'm going to see if I can come up with a little quicker way to do that. You just click over here, and that goes away. But that pretty much is it. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time. My father, you can call him, Bob DeHilster. He said he can help you out. So I hope that's helped out. I wanted to keep this under 15 minutes, which I have. If you have any questions, send questions to my father, or email. I'm pretty busy, so he's going to be trying to take those. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed. This is a great system. Give yourself time to learn it. Once you learn it, it is absolutely great. It's super great for writing books. If you're interested in doing a book, let me know and I can set that up with you. The CNPS will sponsor your book publishing in the sense of have you do it online for free if you're a paying member. Okay? Take care.